Oh man, now they're after Elmer Fudd. Apparently, Elmer Fudd has now been censored because he's not going to be using his trademark firearms anymore. Oh, things are getting crazier by the day, and they're about to get crazier going forward. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, it seems that the creator of the new Looney Tunes has decided to censor Elmer Fudd. And, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous, the reasoning. So they took away his guns because the creator stated it's a representation of toxic masculinity. Like, what? So that's why. It's absolutely ridiculous. Looney Tunes writer Michael Rocco responds to fan backlash against Elmer Fudd not using firearms. Bugs Bunny's longtime rival, Elmer Fudd, will have to find a new way to take out his arch nemesis on HBO Max. In the upcoming revival of the Looney Tunes cartoons on HBO Max, Elmer Fudd will no longer use firearms. Showrunner Peter Braungart made that abundantly clear in a recent interview with the New York Times. Oh, oh, I'm telling you, things are getting crazier. They're getting crazier within the world. And I mean, to see that they're censoring Elmer Fudd's gun is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's his trademark weapon. It's what he's always used to hunt down Bugs Bunny. And let's take a look at what hunters typically use the most when it comes to weapons. Standard firearms. Standard classic firearms are the most popular tool for hunters around the world. Gun hunting season is the most popular and easily the most prolific. Standard firearms are different than muzzle loaders and include rifles, shotguns, and handguns. See, this is the point. This is the point. Gun hunting season, and the most used weapon is standard firearms. And now you're taking this away from Elmer Fudd. This is so stupid. There's no reason to do it. But it gets crazier, okay? It gets crazier. Braungart stated, "We're not doing guns." However, he did add, "but can do cartoony violence, TNT, the Acme stuff." All that was kind of grandfathered in. So because guns don't fit your narrative, you can still use explosives. What? What? This makes no sense. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. This is so dumb. So you're censoring him because, oh man, we don't like guns, but explosives is fine. Like, oh, okay, sure, dynamite's okay. All right, whatever. Oh man, this is so dumb. In the classic Looney Tunes cartoons, Fudd routinely hunted Bugs Bunny using a rifle, and nobody ever was offended by that. Not a single person. But apparently, guns have to go now. Apparently, they have to throw them out because it doesn't suit their narrative. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Braungart indicates that a number of the cartoons might be too adult-oriented, saying some of them have maybe gone a little too far, so they might come out in a different format. He added, maybe they'll come out packaged for Adult Swim type of thing. Are you kidding me? What? That doesn't make any sense. That's absolutely ridiculous. Braungart would also detail that Looney Tunes grades against the current wave of anti-bullying. Everybody needs to be friends. Everybody needs to get along. But what are you going to do with Wile E. Coyote then and Roadrunner? I mean, are they going to be like best friends? Coyote's not going to try to eat the Roadrunner? I mean, is this what you're going to do? Because that sounds terrible. That doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds horrible. I mean, what are they going to do about Marvin the Martian? You know how he has the ray guns? What are they going to do about that, too? Are they going to censor him also? Like, oh, man, this sounds terrible. This sounds absolutely horrible. Nobody is going to care for this show. He explained, Looney Tunes is pretty much the antithesis of that. He added, it's two characters in conflict, sometimes getting pretty violent. I mean, it's wacky cartoon violence. I mean, it's slapstick humor. I mean, this is so dumb. Fans would not be happy with the news that Braungart and company would no longer show Elmer Fudd using guns. I mean, that's the whole bit to his character. He's a hunter. I mean, him using a scythe now makes absolutely no sense. I mean, that's associated with the Grim Reaper. Taking away his guns? I mean, that's so stupid. I don't know why you would do that. That's iconic for Elmer Fudd, And I love this. This person had a great point here. Then what's the effing point? I mean, that's the thing. What's the point of having Elmer Fudd go after Bugs Bunny if he can't even use his rifle anymore and the shenanigans that would happen with that? I mean, also, remember Daffy Duck? Remember how whenever Elmer Fudd would go after Bugs and Daffy'd be there too sometimes? And remember how he would just shoot him instead of shooting Bugs? That was some funny stuff. That was great. And now it's just, oh man, it's terrible. I mean, if you go back to the Looney Tunes show, back in 2012, they had guns back then too. I mean, I don't see how this makes a difference now. I don't know why they would censor his guns. It's so stupid. It's so stupid that they would censor Elmer Fudd's guns. Ridiculous. 2020 Looney Tunes. Gun violence has inspired us to take away Elmer Fudd's signature hunting rifle. 2012 Looney Tunes. And then you see Daffy with a rifle himself. I mean, seriously. Why? This is ridiculous. To them, guns are so offensive. They're harmful. And they don't even think about the wacky cartoon violence. It was never hurting anybody. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Lady Alchemy creator Martina Mercoda even came in on this, and this is what she stated. Elmer Fudd loses his gun. Everything we know will be rewritten to fit an agenda and erase the old. This is how they influence new generations. We will no longer see the world we once knew. Exactly. I mean, by taking this away, this old humor that we used to know, by taking that away, what are you doing to the newer generations? They're going to think that this is okay, and then they're not going to be as creative as the older generations are. It's kind of dumb. I mean, this is why when you see a lot of entertainment today, they just remove a lot of stuff, and it's boring. They remove a lot of the good stuff that used to be there, or they'll think something's too offensive because they're snowflakes, and so they remove it because of agenda-based reasons. It's just terrible. It's terrible. Elmer Fudd will not have a gun in the new Looney Tunes. No word yet on the French skunk who will still try to do bad things to cats. Oh, Pepe Le Pew. Oh no, they're gonna ruin him too. I bet. Oh no. I can only imagine what they're gonna do to him. I can only imagine, unless they just completely throw him out and just not have him. Oh, I'm worried. I'm very worried about that. And then of course, Michael Ruocco, however you say his last name, I'm sure I butchered that, came out and stated, "Do you guys seriously care whether or not Elmer Fudd has a gun in our shorts? You know how many gags we can do with guns? Fairly few. And the best were already done by the old guys. It's limiting. It was never about the gun. It was about Elmer's flawed, changed masculinity." Oh, so now Elmer Fudd, apparently by this person's standards, represents toxic masculinity also, huh? Oh boy. See, this Looney Tunes show, it's going to be a train wreck. It's going to be a train wreck. It's just going to be a train wreck. Also, think about context about what's going on in the world and how long ago our show started production. Late 2017, early 2018, right on the heels of a record number of mass endings. Particularly the horrific one in Las Vegas. Nobody wanted to touch guns working in media. I'm not here to put words in other people's mouths or anything, but as someone who worked for 2 years with these characters, I personally did not care or miss Elmer's rifle. Oh, so you state right here you never cared for it in the first place. Oh, there you go. That's good enough reason for us to know why you didn't want it in, because you never cared for it in the first place. You never liked it, and that's why you took it out. We got a lot more out of his personality and his lack of wit than any implement in his hands. Move on. Correction, I worked for nearly 5 years on these characters on Wabbit, New Looney Tunes 2, on Looney Tunes cartoons. Still, did not care or miss the guns. We got a lot more out of wordplay, dynamite, and the characters on naivety, stupidity than we ever did with guns. So, basically, Dynamite's okay, too, because, states right there that Dynamite's okay as well. So, Dynamite, see how it's an explosive. Yeah, that's okay. But guns. Oh no, guns is so offensive. That's the way they see it. It takes away a lot from a lot of the characters. Because, what are they going to do with the mobsters as well? Does anybody remember the mobsters that they had in the Looney Tunes show? Like in Looney Tunes back in the day? What are they going to do with them if they make them have an appearance too? Because, they use guns. You remember the skit where they had Bugs Bunny get trapped in a house by him because he got captured by him, and so he had to weasel his way out of getting out of the house by acting like he called the cops, and the cops were there. Like what are they gonna do? They're gonna ruin so many jokes, so many characters with this. It's just ridiculous. Another person also did come out to state this. There's plenty of cartoons with Elmer without his gun, and they're still just as funny. Hell, the most critically acclaimed cartoon of all time, What's Opera Doc, stars Elmer, and he didn't have his gun then. He did it with his fear and magic helmet. I remember that one. That one is funny, but the thing is that Elmer Fudd is a hunter. This is what people need to understand. He's a hunter, and while they did have the What's Opera Doc, and that's a good one. That is funny. I remember that one. Have that on VHS. Thing of it is that while you have this one, this was supposed to be based off of a play anyways. It was an opera. That's the point. But with a lot of the other things, when it comes to Elmer Fudd, well, everybody knows him for his rifle. Everybody knows him for those jokes. And taking away Elmer Fudd's rifle, it's like taking away a huge portion of who he is as a character. That is a big part of his character. Taking that away removes that. These people are so stupid, and they have to throw in their own narratives, because they don't like guns, so they have to tone down Elmer Fudd. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason for this censorship. And, this Looney Tunes show, it's going to be a complete and utter disaster. I can just see it coming right now. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the news videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.